Chapter 10. Working with different tools in GIMP. GIMP has several tools available in the toolbox that can be used to manipulate an image and improve its quality. In this chapter, we will discuss some of these tools. Remember, Wilbur is the official GIMP mascot. Wilbur was created on September 25, 1997 by Tuomas Kuosmanen. Transform tools. Transform tools allow us to alter the appearance of an image as regards or a particular element of an image. GIMP offers a number of transforms tools which can be accessed from the Tools menu or from the toolbox. Let us learn more about some of the main transform tools available in the Tools menu. Move tool. Move tool allows you to move the whole image or a selection around the canvas. You can select what to move from the Tools options. The steps for using the Move tool are: Step 1. Open the image and use the Selection tool to select the image or a part of it. Step 2. Click on the Move tool in the toolbox or select it by clicking on Tools, Transform Tools, Move from the menu bar. Step 3. Place the mouse pointer on the image or a selected part of the image. Step 4. Drag the mouse to move the selected image or a part of it to another location. Crop tool. Cropping is the process of removing undesired portions of an image to focus on the desired part thereof. The steps to use the crop tool are: Step 1. Open the image. Step 2. From the toolbar, select the crop tool or click on Tools, Transform Tools, Crop from the menu bar. Bring the mouse pointer on the image and drag to enclose the area of the image that you want to keep. Step 3. You can also select by moving the cursor diagonally by keeping the left mouse button pressed. Step 4. Release the left mouse button. A box will appear over the image with marked corners indicating the area that will be preserved. This box can be moved, resized and rotated. Step 5. After selection, press or hit Enter button. The image gets cropped now. Rotate tool. This tool is used to rotate the active layer, a selection or a path. When you click on the image or the selection with this tool, a grid or an outline is superimposed and a rotate dialog box is opened. There you can set the rotation axis marked with a point and the rotation angle. You can do the same by dragging the mouse pointer on the image or the rotation point. Steps to using this tool are: Step 1. Open a required image in GIMP. Step 2. Move to the toolbox window and click on the rectangle Select tool. Step 3. Click and drag your mouse to draw a small rectangle. The area inside the rectangle gets selected. Step 4. Move back to the toolbox window and click on the Rotate tool to select it. Step 5. Return to the selection you created in Step 2 and click inside the selection. GIMP opens the Rotate dialog window. Step 6. Type a value in the angle text box. The value you type determines how far GIMP rotates the selection. Step 7. Click on the Rotate Windows Rotate button to apply your changes to your selection. Chapter Scale Tool. It's a common problem that you may have an image that is too large for a particular purpose, embedding in a web page, posting somewhere online, or including in an email. The Scale tool is very useful in such cases. The tool is used to scale layers, selections, or paths. When you click on the image with the tool, the Scaling Information dialog box appears, allowing you to change width and height separately. To resize the image to new dimensions, the steps are: Step 1. Open the image in GIMP. When you first open your image in GIMP, chances are that the image will be zoomed into so that the entire image fits in your canvas. Notice that the information at the top of the window shows the current pixel dimensions of the image. In this case, the pixel size is 1920 into 1080. Step 2. To resize the image to new dimensions, choose from the menu bar Tools, Transform, Tools, Scale. The Scale dialog box will appear. Step 3. Now enter the values, height and width in the respective fields and click on the button Scale. You can view the adjustments or scaling of an image when the values are entered in the Scale box. Remember that the image loses some of its quality by being scaled. Remember, a small chain icon just to the right of the width and height entry boxes shows that the width and height values are locked with respect to each other, meaning that changing one value will cause the other to change in order to keep the same aspect ratio. Shear tool. Shear tool is used to shift one part of an image, a layer, a selection, or a path in one direction and the other part in the opposite direction. For instance, a horizontal shearing will shift the upper part to the right and the lower part to the left. For example, after shearing a rectangle, it may become a diamond. This is not a result of rotation, but the image is distorted. The steps to using this tool are: Step 1. Select the shear tool from the toolbox or choose from the menu bar Tools, Transform Tools, Shear. A grid appears over the image and the shear dialog box appears. Step 1. Manually type your preferred numbers into shear magnitude X and shear magnitude Y. 1. Shear magnitude X helps to tilt the image left or right, horizontal movement. Positive numbers create a clockwise tilt. Negative numbers create a counterclockwise tilt. The unit of measurement is half pixels. 2. Shear magnitude Y helps to tilt the image up or down, vertical movement. Positive numbers create a clockwise tilt. Negative numbers create a counterclockwise tilt. The unit of measurement is half pixels. 3. Click Shear to apply the changes. This will apply your changes. Perspective tool. It modifies the perspective of the layer, selection or path. It helps the user to change the view of an image. The steps using this tool are: Step 1. Open GIMP and load your photo. Step 2. Drag a set of guidelines, one for each side, around the object that you want to edit the perspective of. You can pull guidelines from the top and left side of your project in GIMP. Try to position them to be right where your object would touch with the perspective corrected. Step 3. Select the perspective tool from the toolbox or click Tools, Transform Tools, Perspective. Step 4. Select the image to activate the tool. The perspective dialog box will appear and you will see squares on each of the 4 corners of your image. Drag the corner squares to alter the perspective of your image. The direction and distance depend on your image. Generally, dragging the top squares out and the bottom ones in will help correct your perspective. When you have everything set, press Transform to finalize it all. Flip tool. Flipping an image means rotating it 180 degrees either horizontally or vertically. The final image is the mirror image of the original picture. The steps to use this tool are: Step 1. Open the image and select Flip tool from the toolbox, or on the menu bar click Tools, Transform Tools, Flip. Step 2. Click inside the canvas. The tool flips the image horizontally. Use the options box area to switch between horizontal and vertical. You can also use the control key to switch between horizontal and vertical. Flipping the selection comes in handy if you want to flip only a certain portion of the layer. It can be used to flip letters of the alphabet, objects, and more. Quick tip. Flipping can be horizontal, vertical, or both. There is difference between flipping and rotating an image. Flipping gives way to the mirror image and rotating is movement of an image by some angle. Step 3. To do the vertical flip, select the vertical tool option in the option Scale. The Cage Transformation Tool. The Cage tool is a transforming tool that allows you to select an area of your image in much the same way as the free selection lasso tool. You add anchor points, but with the Cage Transform tool, you may deform your selection or alternatively correct a deformed image. The transformation takes place in a real time with a fast processor, but a little more slowly with a slow processor. The transformation is confirmed when you press the Enter key. The steps to use this tool are: Step 1. Open the image. Step 2. You can activate the Cage tool in several ways. A. By clicking on the Cage Transform icon in the toolbox. B. By using the Shift plus G keyboard shortcut. C. By going to the menu bar and choosing Tools, Transform Tools, Cage Transform. Step 3. Create or adjust the cage. After activating the Cage tool, you can now click on the image to make anchor points around the desired area. If you need to add anchor points at a later stage, you click on this option. Step 4. Drag the anchor points around in the image and even outside it to transform the picture. The transforming starts when you release the mouse button. Step 5. You can activate more than one anchor point by holding down the Shift key while clicking on the points. You can also select more points by holding down the mouse button while drawing a rectangle around the desired points. The selected points turns into a square. Step 6. When you are happy with the shape, press the Enter key to confirm it. Using retouching tools. Blur, sharpen, and smudge tools are used to retouch images. These tools are also called focus tools. The blur tool is used to soften or harden the uneven portions of an image. The sharpen tool is used to increase the contrast and clarity of an image. The smudge tool is used to blend portioning of an image together. These focus tools give an effect of touching wet paint with a finger. Use these tools by simply selecting the tool from the toolbar and clicking and dragging over the image and seeing the difference. Let us learn to use these tools here. Blur tool. This tool is also referred to as sharpen tool. When it is applied, it makes the image unclear or less distinct. The brush of this tool blurs or sharpens when it is applied over an image. The blur tool is used to blur or soften the areas of an image where the brush is applied. It causes each pixel affected by the brush to be blended with neighboring pixels, thereby increasing the similarity of pixels inside the brushstroke area. Steps to use this tool are: Step 1. Open GIMP and load your photo. Step 2. Select the shear tool from the toolbox or choose from the menu bar Tools, Paint Tools, Blur or Sharpen. Step 3. Click on the left mouse button and drag the mouse over the required portions on the image. The dragged portion in the image gets blurred or dim when the tool is applied on it again and again. Press Ctrl button to make the image look more blurred. Blurring can be useful if some element of your image stands out too much and you would like to soften it. If you want to blur a whole layer or a large part of one, you will probably be better off using one of the blur filters. In sharpen mode, the tool works by increasing the contrast where the brush is applied. Over application of the tool will produce noise. Smudge tool. The smudge tool uses the current brush to smudge colors on the active layer or a selection. It takes color in passing and uses it to mix it to the next colors it needs. Steps to use this tool are: Step 1. Open GIMP and load your photo. Step 2. Select the shear tool from the toolbox or choose from the menu bar Tools, Paint Tools, Smudge. Step 3. Click on the left mouse button and drag the mouse over the required portions on the image. Dodge tool and burn tool. When selected, this option will lighten the color values. It will darken the color values. Application of dodging and burning is not very different from that of other paint tools. Dodge and burn is a photo editing technique mainly used in portraits, used to lighten and darken some areas of the skin to increase the three-dimensionality of the face. The dodge tool uses the current brush to lighten the colors in your image. The burn tool uses the current brush to darken the colors in your image. The mode will determine which types of pixels are affected. Dodging and burning with GIMP is really easy, but you will need to do a bit of practice and know the basics of contouring for better results. Dodge and burn is used to simulate fashion photography that is realized by a team of professionals using many lights, professional makeup and photo. The cage Sum up. Transform tools allow us to transform or change the appearance of an image. Move tool helps us to move an image or part of an image in the canvas. Cropping is the process of removing portions of a photo to create focus or strengthen the composition. The crop tool helps us to crop images. Rotate tool is used to rotate the active layer, a selection or a path. The scale tool is used to scale layers, selections or paths, the object. Shear tool is used to give distortion effect to images or a selected part of images. Flipping an image means rotating it 180 degrees either horizontally or vertically. Gauge tool is a transforming tool that allows you to select an area of your image in much the same way as the free selection tool. Sharpen tool is used to increase the contrast where the brush is applied. Blur tool is used to blur or soften the areas of an image where the brush is applied. Smudge tool uses the current brush to smudge colors on the active layer or a selection. Dodge tool uses the current brush to lighten colors in your image. Burn tool uses the current brush to darken colors in your image. Sum up.